Hey everyone, your girl is here, so I'm going to clear out my videos today. Very excited. So, you guys can see, obviously you guys know Monday is my trip, so I'm not going to have any, I was thinking that I might, but I probably won't, because these are later, this month, the tenderness, right? You guys can, yeah, it's very tender right now. So, because of that, thankfully, I'm not going to have to deal with any of those issues, going on my trip. You guys obviously know that's why I waited until, like the 8th, right? So after the official first, 3 and 4 days, was up. So I'm very excited, guys. I just wanted to make that's a wild Wednesday. I know, I was, they just were really stern, right? And then I was like, oh, yeah, it's definitely, oh my god, that's, yeah, yeah, holy cow, it's very stern. Yeah, anyhow, guys, usually I don't get that symptom too, so, yes. Anyhow, guys, very excited with you guys, too, to get down there with you guys. And then I might do, like, a certain tribute as well, or make an edition that has a tribute in it as well, for, a couple minutes, since Sunday is the official, year mark, right, since my grandfather went. August 24th last year. And you guys can see exactly what I said. August is a month of a whole bunch of cloudiness or a whole bunch of rain. And you guys can see it's been like this past 3-4 days now. So yeah, it'll be very good, guys, to go at this time next year down to Florida. But where's my trip on Monday? Where is it, guys? Where is it? You guys will know later on. So my video last night, that little 4-minute segment took like a while to edit. It was like 20 minutes almost. Definitely swallowed in the wrong area at the wrong angle because of the right hand being loosened a little bit. So, yeah, I basically had to blur the rest of it. But anyhow, guys, today I'm going to take a strike in my goals. But am I going to share that goal? No. Like I said, with my music and my step goals and all of the other goals, I don't really share them, right, throughout the year, right? I wait for the end of the year to share those, goals met or achieved or just goals in general. So I didn't obviously read all of my articles, so I'm going to do that here this morning. Since, like I said, I am going to try to get at least 6,000. I only have 541 now. I slept in like 30 minutes. And then, obviously, I watched my video, and just double-checked it. Then I thought of a couple additions while it was uploading. So I uploaded them and got breakfast and everything. So definitely taking it slower, but I'm going to try to get at least a couple thousand, because it would be kind of cool, right, and it shows effort too, right? Like if you miss, like say for example, my goal is to only miss 20 days. So if I miss like 25 days, but I have more steps, right, that's kind of like not as like a bummer, right? Even by a couple thousand steps, right, in a year's time, that can be a lot, right? And that shows a lot of effort and dedication. Like I said, with 1,000 steps, right, for 10 minutes. So anyhow, I'm definitely going to get a shower today, too. So take a shower before work. I'll just get it before work, and I don't have to worry about it afterwards. But anyhow, guys, somebody is calling me, so I will talk to everyone later. Hey, everyone, your girl is here. So my phone just died. Or, I'm sorry, my GoPro just died. So I'm going to do a first paddleboard. Give me one quick second, actually. I just gotta get out of the direction that I'm going. along the side here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so now I'll be okay. But anyhow, guys, here I am. First ever paddleboard video via phone. You guys can see just how excited I am. My groin area really hurts. I just took a picture. And yeah, it's definitely hidden way down in here. Which is good. But still. Definitely not what you want, guys. There we go. So yeah, definitely have to watch those kind of checks. But anyhow, I'm gonna end this, just make it short. I just really wanted to share my joy and excitement. Let me actually get back in line again. I don't know why this freaking paddleboard does that all the time. It gets right in line with or it always drifts backwards. And then you don't get good films. But anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. There we go. I feel very excited and confident with my time. I guess I can also show you guys some. Like I said, you have to really look before you can even see hardly anything. Did a good job and got some films while I was there during those times. So with my GoPro, oh, there went a duck. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So I sped up celebration unpacking video, and then I'm gonna take you guys along and do my celebration video in my car. So here we go. Alright guys, so now that that is officially all sped up, I'm going to do a slowed down video. Silly me. I knew I should have done that. So you can literally fit everything in here, so which means next year for Florida, I'm only going to need enough room for a paddleboard and that way then, also keeping everything in here, you're less likely to forget as well. Which makes it nice, because I'll show you guys what I do. And besides, we saw when I was at Rock Run though, you know, having that waterproof phone case doesn't work for getting photos under water. Alright, so look, I can literally flip my snorkel gear, my tripod, the extra case, obviously the paddle itself, and then my waterproof phone case all in one. Because I know you guys saw when I was in Florida, I had two different ones. So what you always do, you always start by zippering it up. I like to meet it at the top too. It makes it easier, especially because sometimes it can be, oh, I guess you guys didn't even see that. Especially since sometimes it can be a little snug. So what you do then, is you move this paddleboard to one corner specifically. Probably move it to this one, honestly. Okay, so now, I wish you guys could see it in there. There we go. Put this back in the corner. Awesome. I'm going to show this to you guys here too. Sometimes you have to put the paddle down in between.
And this hose, sometimes you have to remember that it's like heavy duty. Alright guys, so it's gonna stay, so give me a second here, I'll show you. So you guys can see there is a little bit of a flap. You guys can see though I put that in the back. And then the hose, all the paddle pieces, right there, 1, 2, 3, the hose, and then I'll flip it around for you guys here once I get the rest in. Okay. Tripod can go in between the two big ones. Try to make sure it stands up and it doesn't slide. Snorkel gear. And with as heavy as this is, you have to watch it and make sure it don't. And this stuff, honestly, like the repair stuff, and the safety bracelet can go here. Oh, that must, no. There we go. I got it underneath the fin. And then this, usually put in the front just so it doesn't get looped all around. And then the phone adapter. And just like that, guys, look. There you go, this, snorkel gear, all of it. Guys, thanks for watching. Give me 1 second here, and I'll put you guys in. And I'll do a celebration video. And I do have one cool little twist too that I want to do with you guys. Give me a second here. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today now, you guys can see I'm very, very, very excited. I literally can't believe that all of my upper body strength was really working really well. And I was finally able to do a half a mile going upstream one way. And I probably definitely broke my time too. So that's very, very nice. I do, obviously, like I said, have to go get some milk and stuff at the store. I have on Crocs, which are technically shoes, because you know some stores they have and then this is actually true. It says no shoes, no shirt, no service. So some people would consider this no shirt, even though it's really like a swimming cover-up. And then obviously my shorts down here. I'll show you guys them. Holy cow again. Yeah. I'll probably just show you guys this angle. Yeah, show you guys that angle. Because if I go head on, head on, it's still nice. It's only when I'm all sprawled out in these, which is nice. It just looks like a more condensed, with less on the right hand, the left major and the right major. So at the very edges of those, it's just, you know, like symmetrical. And there's no volume or anything like that. So like some people would say that about Angelique Cray. But anyhow, guys, so coming to you guys today now, very, very, very excited. Like I said, I did also want to share as well, that video that my gram, since my grandfather, is obviously almost a year. It'll be a year on Friday. But I wanted to share an article too here at the end. I'll just share it now, actually. Only 2 minutes in. Then I'll just cut this film, like I said, and duplicate it. So that film also is that article there is also another time where catastrophizers make things very negative then after that. And just resort towards utterly negative thinking and feelings. Like I said, you know, and it also really reminded me of, like, you must have farmer's insurance, right? Because you drove by 2 times because you were going to visit your friend, right? And then you had to go, and then your friend forgot something and you took the other way around, right? So you probably drove by it 2 times while she was actually having her funeral, a time or 2, right? Because you've been completely nasty and pathetic to other people a time or two, right? So, and there's actually been 2 people as well, that my gram knows that hasn't made any contact or I'm sorry, right? Like I said before, right? Never have I ever seen in my lifetime, oh my God, your dad just died. Yes, give me a high five. It's so exciting, right? You know, for the rest of your life, he's never going to be able to come in that front door, right? Yeah, high five. Right, never once have I seen that. So never once do we ever just stay silent. We say, I'm sorry. Some comforting words. But I also liked in there that they said they don't know what to say. And if you don't know what to say, just say, I don't know what to say. And I've actually said that too before, right? Like, I don't know what to tell you, okay? Right? Like, I'm at a loss of words for you, right? So, something like that. But obviously not in a stand up, be assertive, right? You know, terms, right? Different context. Like I said, with the LASIX, right? And whenever I was sharing about that, you know, reaching out, right? Like I said. And those were obviously 2 people. Each person got a minute each, and then it was just relating to a general. So I also maintained that goal that I was sharing of, like I said, any relation back or addition, you know, would only be like a minute. So anyway, guys, that was very crazy, honestly. But my gram's like, yeah, you know, that hit the nail on the head. Yeah, so like I said, guys, very excited for tomorrow. Freaky Friday, guys. Can I do it again? I think I can. That was probably one of my final paddle boards as well. So very excited about all of that, guys. And then after tomorrow, I just have to make it through the weekend, and I go on my trip. I'm so excited for my trip with you guys, too. This is just an awesome ending to a 50% Lush Life summer. Very fun, very exciting. So yeah, there's not much more. I guess I could also share, speaking of like modern technology, since my grandfather almost went, or it's almost been a year since he went. So obviously too, like I even remember in my lifetime, because I was obviously bought the Tro cameras for him. They started off with like 12 megapixels daytime, and then like 8 or 6 at night, and now it's like 12 megapixels daytime, and nighttime it's like 4K. Do you know what I'm saying? So like even whenever it comes to Tro cams, right? Like, because like I said, I bought him his, right? So even through Tro cams, right? Like with modern technology. And I did also want to share as well, the only difference is that you don't get to see how they behave. So I know a lot of people sometimes get confused, because there was one podcast I was watching where they said, you know, they don't, right? So in that stuff, it doesn't look the same as in real life. And people were confused. And I think sometimes what people mean to say by that is like how they behave and their natural state. So yes, how they behave is true. But however, you know, if you are on an airplane, right, and you know, you've been just living your daily life, right? And you get on an airplane or something, you know, somewhere, right? Where somebody gets this glance, right? Well, obviously it wouldn't be on an airplane, but you guys get the point. I'm saying like in any everyday situation, if they were to get undressed. It's like, no, it doesn't look all poofy and puffy, right? Like, obviously those, I forget what they're called, but like you put them on and you start to inflate and it gets really... Again, that's not in its natural state. So people do also sometimes get confused by that whenever I'm saying that. So it's like, yeah, you see it in its natural state, but it's not behaving, right? Obviously, though, again, it still behaves, like the bottom area. But like I said, with like the top growth, right, and top area, you know, and from a B to a C and stuff like that. And you guys can actually see they're not as tender today. Speaking of mine, I know I started my video with that yesterday, but like I said, you know, so the only difference is you don't get to see how they behave. Obviously, that's a good way, surefire way to lose the license, if any place ever did do that, and like made them like jump up and down and have videos like that. This is a surefire way to lose your license and probably go to jail and big fines and just all sorts of utterly hellish consequences, right? So like I said, that's the only real difference. But, like, also kitchens, right? Because I know my grandfather said, you know, with the shit they have nowadays, they make a new thing every year. And you see that, too, with iPhones. And they forced you to have the newest thing, right? Like, my gram went from iPhone 5C, and now she has, like, the 10 or something like that. Because at some point, Apple didn't even support it at all. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you know, with technology nowadays, you know, it's just crazy, the stuff they can do. So, like I said, relating to that stuff as well. And then also, hang on, let me get just get a little bit of air. So also too, like even with like HGTV, right, and some of those kitchens that they do, right, like if you showed somebody like what the kitchen looked like beforehand, they probably won't even believe you, honestly. So it's like that with all technology, like I said, nowadays. But I wanted to share that on and add that in as well about the behaving. It doesn't look like a natural state. Like I said, with "Oh, they're not my man." I love this song. I was listening to this. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to share that, you know, so. And the natural state is like a word that people use, and they shouldn't really use it, like that. Or they should add in natural state, but some people get confused, and then you have to add in natural state for them. Like I said before, right, with a couple other things on my page. So, yeah, guys, like, they look natural state, but they don't behave natural state once you actually, yeah. So, anyhow, guys, I'm gonna go ahead here and get going. Definitely, change out my GoPro battery and then start this as soon as I get home. And I might honestly just wait until later tonight. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about going into, I mean, this is alright, but, if I do, I'll record myself walking in, I guess. Oh my gosh, guys. Anyhow, no, I'm probably not going to, but, yeah, like I said, I'm hydrated enough. I did have to have 3 bottles. I definitely need to start drinking more when I'm at work. It took like all 3, took like 3 of my normal, binkies, right, to be able to, you know, to be able to get rid of the darker orange, right? Like my warning sign here. There we go, like my, a little bit lighter than that. But anyhow, guys, I definitely got to get going now. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Very excited for tomorrow. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So there is officially 4 cars to the right of me, which means there's a lot of people here. But hey guys, I gotta get something to eat. So, and this is actually a lot better. This is in between, right? The girls at the 4th of July, that Sheets, and then it's also, you know, like, it's not as bad, obviously. That's what I'm saying. It's in between. Because then there's the girls, well, that came into work anyhow, and strictly just, you know, a romper, which is more coverage if you keep it pulled together. But if you don't, and they didn't, obviously, yes, it's like that. So anyhow, guys, I just want to come on and share another little addition to, like, for example, with the phlebotomist and you make it weird. So obviously, whenever a person abducts somebody, you know, they say something like, you know, the people said at the 4th of July, where every time you continue on the ride, like, the seat gets more, like, snug and it snugs you in. So yeah, so like, for example, if a person chains somebody up in the back of their car as they're abducting them, they say it'll just be a little tight, right? But, you know, if you continue to, like, try to fight and get out, it'll just get tighter, right? So just enjoy the little tightness, right? Your entire car ride, right? Like I said, with, again, you make it weird. But that's actually something that's true. That's actually something criminals say and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, I gotta go head in here. I don't really know how I can record myself going in without identifying factors, but I'll find a way to, like, put my phone. Actually, I see a place right there. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to add that on as well. So anyhow, guys, here we go. I also was only at, like, 2,900, so hopefully now this thing here today will make it officially, you know, officially over. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So as everyone can see, I officially got it here. I am officially above my wanted goal. I know last time it said my yearly points was over 3,000, but there I finally got it, guys, now. So anyhow, guys, I gotta get home here and have my lunch. Then I'll start working on these videos for you guys. Talk to you guys later.